Hi Scorpio, welcome to your April 2022 astrological forecast. So the month starts off with the Sun and Mercury still in Aries and a new moon in Aries on the 1st. Okay, so where you have Aries in your chart is your, let's see here, 6th house. Okay, planets are getting ready to move into your opposite sign of Taurus. But right now, okay, they're in your 6th house of the workplace, your co-workers, the kind of work you do, your work schedule, your house of health, your house of service, your house of small pets. But it's a schedule. It is like your daily schedule, kind of like your 3rd house, but it's like more personal to you. It's like your daily habits, okay? So, you know, these planets have been here since last month, like since like mid-March or whatever. And, you know, this new moon here on the 1st, the effects are, it's in effect for like a few days before and after and during the new moon. So I'd have to say there's a new beginning here somewhere or other in regards to, you know, as far as work goes, for some reason I'm not really getting too much about work-related stuff. Maybe that kind of takes care of itself, you know, right now. Maybe there really aren't anything, you know, any kind of problems or whatever going on in this area, or problems, period, in regards to your 6th house. But you could be beginning a new way of doing whatever kind of work that you do. You could have changed your schedule in some way that suits you a lot better than it did. Maybe you, if you have been working from home, you're going to continue doing that, or maybe you're self-employed and you do work from home, or you're just retired and you don't work at all. You know, whatever, you know, you still have, like Mars is in Aquarius up until the 13th, and Venus is here just like a, you know, up till the 4th. But where you have Aquarius in your chart is your 4th house of your home and your personal life. It's your family. It's the very place where you live and the property surrounding it. And it's anyone that you live with. But it's also your past and your childhood. But it's more like your personal life. So you've had Mars here since like last month. And when Mars is here, it usually makes you want to make changes in your lifestyle, or just changes to your home in some way or other. So maybe that is what you're doing. You are making more room wherever, you know, wherever you work. Even if you actually do physically go into the workplace, you're still doing something at home that is in regards to work. But it could be something personal, something that you do, that you create even, that maybe you're looking at making a living from. You know, this could be like a new side, like a sideline, or could be your main source of income somewhere down the line. But that could be like what you have in mind. Okay, so anyways, back to Aries in your 6th house here. This could be a time of year where you just have like a checkup with your doctor or something this same time each year, because that's when the sun is here, right? Your house of health. Having the new moon here, though, does bring a new beginning in some way or other. The way that you are doing something, it could be your diet, you're changing that, trying to do something a little bit more healthy. Or, you know, you could be something in regards to, let's say, work, okay? Maybe you are, it's not really in your chart right now, beginning a new job, but I'd have to say a new assignment or a new way of doing something or other. Just something is different wherever it is that you work, even if you're self-employed, or if you don't work at all, there's still some kind of change you're making, like in your schedule, or could be the way you're spending your money even, but there's some kind of change to your daily life that you're doing. you know, Mars does move into your fellow sign, fellow water sign, okay, Pisces on the 14th, and Venus moves here on the 5th and is like here all month, okay. You know, Jupiter and Neptune are already here, and where you have Pisces is your 5th house of romance and fun, okay, speculation, anything creative, any kind of games or entertainment, parties, you know, I mean, this is having Jupiter here. It should have opened up many opportunities for you to meet new people as far as romance goes, or even for creative projects or something. Maybe you're going to collaborate on something or other, but it could even be taking up a sport maybe, or something that is fun that you do physically. I always say like dancing or something, or riding a bike, or walking, or jazzercise, or something that you know, has some really nice health benefits that you continue to do, like once these planets leave your 5th house and move into your 6th house of your health. So there could be like just, you know, Venus and Mars are the love planets in the house of love, right? The house of romance. So I'd have to say that, you know, you're pretty hot and heavy right now, right? In pursuit. You are in pursuit of someone, or you are the pursued. You know, goes both ways. Could go either way, but it looks like it's somebody really worth your time of day, okay? Now, you do have Jupiter and Neptune together here, so it does make you see whomever is like, oh, they're just so wonderful. You know, you know that they have faults or whatever, and, you know, vice versa, but they're, you know, that the way they feel about you, but you're putting that on the sideline right now. You know what I mean? It doesn't seem to matter to you. You're just ignoring a lot of things that may somewhere down the line be like a really big deal. You know, so you might want to take this time to go a little bit slower and really get to know this person, right? Okay, so the sun will move into Taurus on the 19th, and Mercury is moving very fast this month. It's only in Aries up until the 9th, and then on the 10th it moves into Taurus and zips right through to Gemini on the 29th. It moves into Gemini, but we're going to cover that next month because it's only here for those 2 days, and it really won't have that much of an effect on you. Okay, but Mercury is in Taurus from the 10th through the 29th in your 7th house where you have the sign of Taurus. And the sun is also here, right, from the 19th on, and you already have the planet Uranus here. And then there is a new moon partial solar eclipse in your 7th house in Taurus on the 30th. So this is a very energized house from that time on. I mean, it's really leading up to this anyway. You know, Taurus is your opposite sign. The planet Uranus has been directly across from your sun, ascendant, or whatever planets that you have in Scorpio. So you've had maybe a couple surprises, unexpected things occur with you and, let's say, like a friend or a business partner or romantic partner. 7th house is close relationships, so this is the area that's most affected right now. But a new moon brings new beginnings. Okay, now the eclipse adds extra spark to the new moon, and it makes the effects last longer than they normally would. Okay, so whatever occurs around this time is like a pretty big deal. So 7th house is also like arrangements, agreements, it's contracts, it's signing one even, but it's going into, it could even be a handshake deal, some kind of an arrangement that you make with someone, a business partner, a romantic partner, a friend, something like that. And the negotiations go really fast here, just because I'm saying, you know, Mercury is zipping right through this area. So you could be presented with like a sudden opportunity, just totally out of the blue, and you're like, kind of like pressured, you know, in a way to like make up your mind, because this offer is only, you know, it's a limited time offer or whatever. If it sounds too good to be true, probably is. Okay, so just keep that in mind, you know, because you have this Jupiter again, Jupiter and Neptune in your 5th house of speculation and gambling really makes you want to do those very things. So you really don't want to invest in something, okay, that you're pressured into like doing. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Okay, you know, eventually Venus and Mars are going to move into this area. Okay, so this could be leading the way, but again, this is a new moon. Okay, so I believe it's you know, it's a very good start. It's a nice start to everything. But while the Sun and Mercury are here, up until that point is when a lot of interaction with a close relationship will be going on at this time. A lot of verbal, you know, again, back and forth. So there's a full moon on the 16th in the sign of Libra, and where you have Libra in your chart is your 12th house. It's directly across from your 6th house of Aries. Okay, so your 12th house is hidden matters, things that happen behind the scenes, confidences. Okay, full moon's really, this one I'd have to say is something like pretty good. Okay, you know, you could like, you know, this being the house of secrets, you could learn a secret at this time. Usually it's about, you know, because it's directly across from your 6th house of the workplace and co-workers, it could be something in regards to someone like that, someone you work with, or in regards to your company, the company you work for, or if you're self-employed, it could be something in regards to a client. It could be anything. It doesn't seem to be like a very big deal, though. It does happen behind the scenes for you, okay, the full moon. But a full moon does bring things to the surface. So you could learn something at this time, learn a thing or two that maybe might even benefit you in some way or other, okay? The planet Pluto turns retrograde on the 29th. You have Pluto in your 3rd house in the sign of Capricorn. It's not like, you know, Pluto's the planet of change and like power, you know. So if while this planet's been here for a while, so you may have had a lot of influence, like within your own area, your own neighborhood. People listen to you. They like your opinion. You know, they believe you know what you're talking about. So maybe you have made some progress in your neighborhood, you know, doing things that are best for you and your neighbors, even in regards to your property or businesses, you know, in the area. So when this planet turns retrograde, it just slows it down just a little wee bit, but it also gives you time to review, especially communications, because that's what the 3rd house governs, one of the many things. So you might want to go over paperwork, you know, or anything that was presented to you, especially regular postal mail, that you know, something physical that you have, that, or even an email that you can print out if you have to show to someone. You may have an aha moment, you know, when you stumble across something that you possibly missed in some kind of communication, okay, that you can like use to your benefit in some way or other. Okay, could be anything actually. So, the best time to do something each month is when the moon is in your own sign, and the moon is in Scorpio on the 17th and 18th. And the best time to lay low is when the moon is in your opposite sign, and your opposite sign is Taurus. And those dates are the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 30th. The best time for romance, recreation, creativity, fun, any kind of speculation or gambling, and anything to do with children is the 12th, 13th, 14th, 25th, 26th, and 27th. The best time for money is the 5th, 6th, 7th, 19th, and 20th. And the best time for your career is the 10th, 11th, and 12th. And the best time for communication and travel is the 7th, 8th, 9th, 21st, and 22nd. So I'd like to thank my subscribers for your continued support. And if you're new to my channel, and you like this video, be sure to subscribe to my channel and like and share it. Check out the links below in my in the description box, and check out my weekly forecast. So I'll see you next week. Goodbye.